Pinch with the line. There we go. Come on, Vincent. No flags. Hey everyone, glad to be back with you here for our regular season finale. We're going to take off from the end of week 12, coming off a big win against Utah State, kind of riding the ship following 2 straight losses. We're just going to advance the week, see if we get any of our recruits to sign, and then we'll jump in to week 13. Alright, so as expected, we end up getting Josh Grant and then Zach Harris. Those are big signings for us. Josh Grant looks to be a really good possession receiver for us with 89 speed. So looking forward to getting him in, maybe a red shirt, and then he'll be ready to contribute for us. And Jeremy Hutchinson ready to visit. Looks like they have him down as a running back, which would help our running back room. We got 2 freshman running backs coming in. We got Collier in. Collier, again, may transfer. But again, I feel good enough with the guys that we're bringing in that if he does, it won't be that big of a loss. So good recruiting news here. Really excited about both these players. Again, Zach Harris is just a middle linebacker with speed. Hopefully he increases his overall after full scouting or stays the same. But after a few years, he should be ready to fly around the field and contribute. All right, you can see we've got a head coach point. We're going to use that. It's been a while since I've been in here, so we've got to put it on game management. No scrambled art. I don't really use the matchup, so I'm going to put it on scrambled art. We got a freshman quarterback. It would be big when we play, especially at Neyland Stadium this week, to not have the scrambled play art. I just want to take a moment to look at our coaches here. There's, again, our head coach is S3W13. If you ended up watching, way back when I started this 3 seasons ago, S3W13, loosely translated from Finnish, is obscure victories. So defensive coordinator Joe Cawthon, level 18, and then offensive coordinator Freddie Wolf is a level 9. I'm guessing Joe Cawthon might take a head coaching position. Freddie, I'm not so sure at a level 9, but you never know. He's been calling a great offense this season, and so maybe somebody comes after him. But those are our coaches. All right, for the first time in many weeks, the top 10 stays consistent here. It's Pitt, Michigan State, Oregon, Alabama, Virginia Tech, Iowa, Oklahoma, Florida State, Clemson. Tennessee is at 10. They did win last week after losing the week before, and everything's kind of staying consistent here. Miami's at 11, Texas 12, USC, Ohio State, Michigan. Not much movement here. Louisiana stays in, FIU, Notre Dame jumps up a little bit. South Carolina sneaks in, and then Colorado State jumps to 25. Check out the Heisman watch. Terry Tidwell still leading the way. Jared Carter doing a fantastic job leading Pitt. Has them at number 1. Justin Bryant goes up after a solid week last week. Trey Zitch down. And then there's Tony Gatewood again, the fullback out of Notre Dame. I'm going to check his stats. I'm guessing they have him filling at running back. But look at that, 1,000 yards, almost 6 yards a carry, 112 a game. 16 touchdowns, a long of 69. Let's just check out his skill set. Yeah, so 85 overall, 86 speed, 92 excel. I mean, a coach's dreams about getting a fullback like this. All right, first week of award finalists here. We'll just browse through these quick, but Trey Zitch leads Maxwell, Tidwell for Walter Camp, Travis Davis out of Tennessee for the Bednarik, Trey Zitch again for the O'Brien. The Walkers, looking at Michael Carey. There's Gatewood, a fullback for the Walker. And then if you caught it here, there's DeMarcus Kroll. We got him to 1,032 yards so far, 15 touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns. So quite an accomplishment for our team here to get Kroll up in the Walker finalists. Litnikoff, again, we're not prolific passing enough. Mackey for tight end, same kind of deal. Outland. Here we go. Bernard Grier at 10th for the Remington, which is the best center. That looks good. Thorpe, Travis Davis. So not a lot of, I think we have 2 guys on there, Grier and Kroll, but it's good to see some notoriety for our players. And we'll just keep building it. All right, last thing before we jump into recruiting, check out some of the bowl projections here. Just gonna go through them quick. There we are at the Russell Athletic Bowl. Set to take on Florida State. We would welcome that challenge for sure, playing against kind of a top tier program. And they're ranked 8th overall, so that would be great if that holds true. All right, recruiting, we got 1,500 to spend. We'll go through this hopefully fairly quickly, but again, Jeremy Hutchinson looks like a running back. We just can get him in week 14. Cedric Harmon's not ready yet, but hopefully after this week, we'll schedule a visit and we can still get him in for week 14. Tim Evans in for week 14. I got to see where the other corners are at, but he may be removed from the board. Philip Hines, I just want to scout him again. Goes up to 65. Okay, I like that. A lot of C's left on the board, so that's helpful. Not ready for a visit, but maybe next week. Mike Morris, again, the burner at wide receiver. There's 94 speed we saw. Strength, stiff arm, doesn't really help. Washington, we did get first here in his board now, so we'll get him a scholarship. We'll put 500 on him. Looks like Colorado's going after him now, though, too. So we'll maybe check back with him. And then Brian Bullock will scout. I didn't scout Washington. We'll get him. Ooh, goes on to 75. Kick accuracy at 64. Not that great. I'm actually going to pull him off the board. Colorado's going after him. Kick accuracy went down. That's enough for me to pull him this late. But Brian Bullock will stay on. We'll get him a scholarship. Larry Dennis will get a scholarship as well. We're jumping ahead there. We'll scout him a little bit. Good zone coverage at 90. That's great for a JUCO guy coming in. We'll scout Patton. Didn't really help. We'll get him a scholarship. Eric James we're making good progress on. We'll scout him. Agility doesn't really help. We'll scout Brian Fox. Pursuit doesn't really help, but we'll get Fox a scholarship. He's a JUCO though. All right, we'll hold off on him. Jason Anderson. Again, not sold on getting this guy. I don't want to force, again, Andy Allen out. Trying to be more cognizant recruiting-wise of what we actually need rather than just trying to get players to get players. But I do want the option to be able to continue to choose. So Jason Anderson will get a scholarship. We'll take that into next week. Morris Johnson was the guy I was seeing if we could get in the fight or stay in the fight somehow. He's at 73% locked right now, which generally means that the top team has not offered him a scholarship and is not really putting points into him anymore. So we could be sneaking into contention here, although San Jose State and San Diego State are on him as well. And we couldn't get a visit with him. But I'm going to keep 500 and just kind of see how it shakes out. I'm curious to see if you can add a guy. I think we added him week 11 at 63%. So I'm going to see if you can add him that late at that percentage and still get into it. Alfred Lawrence will scout a little bit. Goes down. Finesse moves. Play rec at 51. David Robinson. Hit power. We're going to get him to 500. Just a strong safety. Looks like we can gain some ground here. We got 50 points to add. I'm going to take him off Brian Fox. Did we put him anywhere else? No, not really. We'll put him on Alfred Lawrence. I think I'd rather have Alfred than Brian Fox, but we'll go add. See if we can find anybody else to add. We got some bonus points to play with here. So we'll see if we can find anybody. So here's a perfect example. Anthony O'Donnell. This is somebody you could easily grab. I probably would grab on just a Dynasty by myself, but nobody's going after him. He'll probably end up with one of these schools, that they'll maybe add him to their board and then dump a lot of points into him late. But it'd be great if we go after him, although he's not a scrambling quarterback. All right, I'm going to scour through and I'll show you guys what I find. All right, new to our board here is Alonzo Roberson, 67 overall athlete. I'm kind of giving myself some leeway here. After 3 seasons, we're a 3-star, so I bumped up to 67 for a few of the guys here. I still feel good about 65 overall, and I have some ideas of changing recruiting a little bit for next season, based on going after maybe higher rated guys if their first priority B- or better. So if it's proximity to home and it's B- for us, then we can go after them. But I still got to think about it, iron it out, see if it really makes sense to do that. But we got Jake Williams, Alonzo Roberson, and then I did add another quarterback. He has 4.5 speed, so tough to pass on, out of Iowa, 63 overall. But that's going to complete our recruiting board and our recruiting. Again, Zach Harris coming in, 92 acceleration, 63 overall, and Josh Grant, 89 speed, but his catching, route running went way up. So we're excited to get both those guys. All right, moving on. All right, I have not checked the top classes in a while, but if you look at this, under number 11, I did not expect that this late in the season. 3 4-stars, which I'm guessing 2 of them were interested in us right away, and then we were allowed to go after an extra guy because of the event wheel. So got all of them, which is huge for us. 9 3-stars. Our recruiting board really looking good here. Number 11, again, hopefully we stay within the top 50. I think that's the goal. Can't remember where we ended up the past seasons, but I think it was outside the top 50. But other than that, Penn State coming away with 2 5-stars so far. Michigan added a 5-star. Texas A&M and Oklahoma is kind of running away with it here. 3 5-stars, 8 4-stars. And these guys, these teams you expect to get solid classes. Us up at there at 11 kind of breaks it up. Then you got Miami, Alabama, California, Boston College, maybe a surprise, Texas, Stanford, Syracuse, and Hawaii. But again, we're only at some teams having 8, 9 signings up here, and there's still top 5 for Oregon. All right, let's move on. All right, Tennessee is coached by Blake Harrell. Offensively, they got the spread option. They're going to run slightly more than they pass. They're going to be fairly conservative. And then defensively, they got a 4-3 multiple. They're going to defend the run a little bit more. They're going to be more aggressive. Harrell's a level 22 coach, so not many bonuses in game that you like to see. Recruiting is stacked though. Defensively, Joseph Cronin, you got some good bonuses here. And then offensively, you got Brian Harson's level 38. So he was a previous head coach, but this is why Justin Bryant is having a phenomenal season right here. They've got the quarterback, receiving, rushing, and then blocking. I mean, everything's stacked for them, which makes Justin Bryant and everybody around him that much better. All right, before we jump into scouting their team, I got to change Sean Maxwell. It's kind of novel to have him at 39 for a while. We don't even have a single digit for him. Oh, interesting. All right, so I guess we will keep him at 39 for now. And we'll rock with 39 for the rest of the season, I think, and then hopefully adjust next season. All right, then I want to check out just some stats and ratings for our guys here. Sean Maxwell, after playing in 1 3/4 of a game, goes up +1 awareness, which is good. 63 overall. Throw power at 77 is okay. Throw accuracy 69. This is what really dropped him, was his throw accuracy. So we're assuming he came in with an injury. He's worked with our training staff to improve that, and that should go up as we play. But he's a dual threat guy, 76 speed, 82 excel. I can break some tackles, fairly elusive. He's got good enough stamina to run, 10 to 15 times a game if needed. DeMarcus Kroll, 89 overall. Speed is 90, acceleration 89, break tackles 90, carrying 80, trucking 72, but his elusiveness, his vision, strength is 71, stiff arms low, but spin and juke are really good. That's why this guy is a 1,000-yard rusher. We'll look at it here. 177 rushing attempts, 1,032 yards, 5.8 a carry, 93 yards per game, 15 rushing touchdowns, longest rush of 83, which is a huge touchdown run, 250 yards after first hit, 5 rushes of more than 20, 7 broken tackles, and he's only fumbled once. Receiving wise, let's look at Blount. We'll start with stats here. 554 yards, 4 receiving touchdowns, long of 51. Just averaging 50 a game, but they're all important catches. And then only 1 drop pass this year. 88 speed, or 88 overall, 87 speed, 90 excel, catching 91, route running is a 99, catching traffic 85, spec catch 80. Just a solid receiver for us. And let's look at Brandon Williams, 84 overall, 91 speed, acceleration is good, agility 92, awareness is up there, catching is continuing to improve. He's at 77. He started as a freshman. I think he was in the 50s. And so after a year of training, or after a season of playing receiver and just training, he got bumped up to 77. There might have been one event wheel that gave our receivers like +3 to catching or something, but other than that, he's progressed really well. Route running at 82, catching traffic and spec catch are still a little bit low, which we see some drops from him. And you can see when he came in, he was a really good running back, carrying at 78, break tackle 76, elusiveness 88, juke move 77. All these things have stayed the same because receivers, I don't think, get those bumps. But 84 stiff arm, spin move is good. This is why we want the ball in his hands. And then Bernard Grier is the last guy I want to check out. 92 overall now. I think he was 91 last time we checked, so he just continues to improve. Good speed acceleration for a center. Awareness is good enough. Pass block 88, run block 94, impact at 89. Strength is only an 80, but this guy definitely is paving the way. He's a real linchpin in our offensive line. All right, let's check out Tennessee. Their top player, their top receiver is out. I don't know what his injury is, how long he's out for, but we'll check that later. But he's 94 overall, 89 speed, 90 excel. Awareness just went up. Catching just went up to 95, 97 route running. Catching traffic, spec catch are really good. Got a great release, he can carry, can break some tackles, so definitely a playmaker for them. Then we got Bryant Wheeler out of the backfield, 94 overall, 96 speed, 96 acceleration. He is a burner. Can break tackles, carrying is good, he's really elusive, vision is good. He's got a great stiff arm, spin move, juke move. He can even run some routes out of the backfield. Stat-wise, 140 carries, 824 yards, averaging 82 a game, 10 touchdowns. Longest rush is only 21. He's only done that 1 time, but 21 broken tackles and 2 fumbles. Paired with Wheeler in the backfield is Jeff Mitchell. Well, stats first here since they're already up. 432 yards, 6.3 a carry. He's not getting as many carries, but he's got 5 touchdowns, 6.3 a carry. We saw no runs of over 20, but he got 14 broken tackles. You can see 93 overall, 88 speed, 94 excel. Break tackles at 96. Carrying is a little bit low for a redshirt senior, but look at his elusiveness, his ball carrier vision. He can catch, stiff arm, spin move, juke move, just keeps getting better as you go down. And then some route running. Then we go to 6'5", 218-pound wide receiver Marcus Rogers, 90 overall, 91 speed, 98 excel. Catching is at 88, route running 92. Catching traffic a little bit low, spec catch 82. Jumping is lower than you would think it would be at 78, but he's got a good release. He can carry the ball, he can break some tackles, got a little juke in his spin, but mostly just a vertical deep threat, I think. Defensively, they got Brian Brown, 92 overall. Look at his speed, 71, 81 excel. That's really good for a D tackle. 90 strength, 91 tackle, 93 power move. Finesse move's a little bit low. Block shedding's good enough. Pursuit's a little bit low, but hit power's at 90. So he's a force in the middle. And then paired with Brown is Rob Waller, 91 overall. 65 speed, again, still pretty good for a D tackle. 86 excel. And then look at all of those attributes. 85, 86, 88, 86, 86 for block shedding. Pursuit's pretty good. Hit power's 86. Jumping. This guy's a really good athlete in the middle for them. Another D tackle for them. We're not going to dive in too much. I doubt he'll be on the field. But they've got 3 really good D tackles. Next, we have left end Keith Swain, 87 overall. Good speed, acceleration. Strength's pretty good. He's got a tackle, power move, finesse move, block shedding. Good pursuit, good hit power. So a real threat coming off the edge. And then we saw this guy in some of the awards finalists. Travis Davis, 87 overall, 93 speed, 94 excel. Awareness just went up, but his man coverage is great. His zone coverage is elite. His press is phenomenal. Running on adjectives here are superlatives. Play rec is at 90. Pursuit 93. Tackle's good for a corner. Got a little bit of hip power for him. He can shed some blocks too. So we got to watch out for him defending the run and the pass. All right, depth chart wise, there is Justin Bryant. He is not one of their top players. We're going to look at him right now. You can disregard those 2019 stats. That was not him because we made him in 2020. Transferred him, but 185 completions and 284 attempts, 2,500 yards, 29 passing TDs, 2 picks, averaging 254 a game, 65% completion percentage. Longest pass is 62. He's been sacked 21 times though. Let's check out his rushing. 121 attempts, 604 yards, 5 yards a rush, which is good for 60 a game, 8 touchdowns, a long of 60. I think we saw that in one of the game of the week highlights. 3 runs of 20 or more, and 11 broken tackles. He's having a great year. At running back, again, he's got Wheeler and Mitchell. Then Rouse backs him up, and sophomore Ken Johnson's back there. There's our fullback. He looks solid. And there's Patterson, Rogers, Berry. Solid receiving core here. Got a good freshman in Ryan Hall. Tight end goes 83, 78. Those guys look solid. Marcus was a freshman. Left tackle goes 85. Left guard's a freshman at 78. Center 89. Right guard 84. Right tackle 89. Then on defense we saw Swain at 87. Demario Guillory's at 78. That might be their weakest player, I would guess. And here's our D tackles here, just stacked. Bars at left outside linebacker 84. Middle linebacker goes 86. I believe they run a 4-3 multiple we saw, which means Mark and King will both be on the field. And there's Gray, who is the impact player, 87 speed, 93 excel. Cornerbacks go 87. We saw Davis. Cole Brown's up there. Josh Beach. Mark Jones. And then a freshman at 77 overall. Free safety goes 79. Strong safety at 72 as a freshman. So it looks like strong safety and, was it right end? Are the weakest, but still good enough to give our guys problems. Kicker at 94. Punter 75, which is probably good enough. Kick returner is going to be Mitchell. And then their long snapper is J.D. Hughes. All right, now let's spin the event wheel, see what's happening with our team this week. All right, so we get pass blocking to 75%. That's really going to help us with the freshman quarterback back there. Next spin. We get inspired, so +3 to position attributes for a player. This is the first time in a long time we got 2 positives, but we'll find out who that player is. Hey, wide receiver 1, so Blount is going to get a bump to all his position attributes. You know, the route running, the catching, maybe some speed, acceleration, but that's big for him. That might get him elevated to get drafted. We'll see what kind of numbers he can finish with. All right, we'll make those changes now. All right, we've recruited, we've prepped. Game plan wise, we're going into a tough stadium here with a true freshman quarterback. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be. Let's check out the game preview quick here. B+, A+, so it's fairly close. When I was looking through the depth chart, I didn't see too many disadvantages for us, although I think they're just solid across the board. And I think, again, on offense, they got a great offensive coordinator. They got the home crowd. We've got to continue to commit to running the ball. Again, Kroll may get 20 to 25. Vincent will get 5 to 10. Maxwell will get 5 to 10. Williams 5 to 10. I mean, that's a lot of rushes that we got to get just so Maxwell can feel comfortable, get him some easy throws, and hopefully quiet the crowd, because they know this is a big game. I think they know what we're capable of. They know we were ranked in the top 10 at one point, had some tough losses. So a game I'm really looking forward to. It'll be fun to see Justin Bryant, what he can do, and how he leads the offense. We saw it last year for part of our season, but it'll be fun to face him. So make sure you tune into the gameplay in the next episode. But until then, keep gaming, keep growing, and keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.